Howdy, y'all. A warm one today. The topic of today's discussion is the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans as far as a candidate running their campaign. See, the Democrats, they have these things called political hitmen. And it's not a physical bang-bang hitman. What they do is they keep a record of everything you have ever said in your life. And when it's time for you to get out of the campaign, they show up at the door and they basically tell you it's akin to the mob buying you off. Because they show up, they put 4 stories, salacious stories out in front of you. They tell you, unless you do X, Y, and Z, we're printing one of these tomorrow. Which one do you want us to print? And when you get done swearing and cursing them out and telling them to leave, the guy just sits there. Because he was paid to get you out of the race. And he will basically buy you off. He will tell you you will get a judgeship, you will get an ambassadorship, this, that, the other. Name your price, money-wise. We as Republicans, we don't do that. I'm glad we don't do that. What we do is when the campaign not runs out of money, but doesn't have any new money coming in, we tell the candidate, choose your time to get out. And that's how we handle it. And which I think is the better way to handle it, because you have other candidates willing to go serve. If they know that they're going to get a knock on the door and somebody tell you you're getting out or we're printing XYZ, all the stories may be false. You have no way to know it. The screen went dark and I was trying to figure it out. You have no way to know if any of the stories he's presenting in front of you has been verified. It may be all lies. They just want you out. We as Republicans, we don't do that. We never have. What we have done is we tell them when your campaign gets no new income or donations, not income, donations, choose the time to get out. That's how we handle it. And like I said, I think that's the better way to handle it, because then the candidate is in control of their own campaign instead of some third world mafia type figure behind the scenes saying you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And I just think that we as Republicans need to do a couple things. One, we need to unite as a party. That means any and all Republicans should be welcomed out on the campaign trail to get Trump elected. 2, we need to realize that while we may not like rhinos in our state and for our way of getting things done, a ultra conservative Republican is not going to get elected in Oregon or Washington or California or New York. But if you can get a moderate Republican get out there and run and win, then we have spread the map. We have opened up what I call the umbrella of our party and say, yes, you're welcome, you're welcome. You know, we have some out there that are saying, you know, push all the moderates and rhinos out. We don't need them. Well, that's a problem because we cannot win in November with just MAGA Republicans. It takes all Republicans, majority of independents, and it takes disillusioned Democrats. And, you know, your independents are voters. I know a few independents. One time they vote Democratic, one time they vote Republican. They do what we used to call vote for the person instead of the party. And I don't do that. I used to do that, and the way they have treated Trump, I have said never again will I vote for a Democrat. The Democrats are responsible for this nightmare that we call lawfare. You know, besides covering politics on my channel, I cover trials. I'm covering the YSL trial. That is an absolute dumpster fire waiting for somebody to throw in 5 gallons of gasoline and watch it go whoosh. Some of the most ding-dong prosecutors. You know, I did a video earlier today on it called YSL Woody Day 4, where I talked about that the prosecutors have botched their case, in my humble opinion, because they put Woody on the stand Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, all day, he said, I can't remember because I lied to the cops. And that's why I can't remember what they tell him, because it's all lies. He said that at least 40 times, Monday and Tuesday. What did they do yesterday and today? They have videos of him lying to the cops. And it's like, well, that's an epic fail, because now the jury believes he lies to the cops. So what was your point? Anyhow, I digress. Back to our main topic. You know, this is a really scary time in America. You know, we have a person running for president that I would say she is a communist, because her dad was a Marxist. A Marxist is a communist. And she says this nonsensical phrase, unbridled by what has been, to be unburdened by what can be. And when you hear that, you think that's a bunch of nonsense. I looked that phrase up. That is a line out of Chairman Mao's speech when he was destroying the 4 pillars of China to bring in communism. So that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a communist. At least that's my view on it. All right, that's all I got for you today. We'll talk again soon. Bye now.